Okay, we did it. We got past the Pat McAfee Show Pack DLC. Let's just put that in the rear view mirror, ladies and gentlemen. What's done is done. But let's talk about some optimism here. Let's talk about some positivity, what we can expect for the upcoming DLC and some new updates and new content that is going to be coming out for the game in the very, very near future. My name is Matt. Welcome to Assemble. If you guys like 2K or you like hanging out with me, drop a like on this video. But the first thing I want to talk about is going to be something I've been very excited to get my hands on since last year or the year prior. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Now, Scott Steiner is going to be coming in the form of a Persona card. It's been confirmed by What's the Status, so shout out to him for finding this online. Well, we are going to have this in an upcoming event. He was a previous card in my faction in the previous games, but then we couldn't use him and Persona cards weren't a thing, and it looks like he is going to be coming to the game as a Persona card that you will be able to grind out and get or purchase outright. This is wonderful for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm a big fan. I think he should just spin the whole game and shouldn't even be a my faction thing. He should just be there for Matt to be able to get his hands on. But number two, I think they are starting to tweak the difficulty level for getting these Persona cards and how much currency it's actually taking. Secrets in light! We're finding that they are dumping out more virtual currency, which we'll talk about in just a second with new locker codes that have come out, but also they are making it a little bit more obtainable. Like the pricing is starting to go down. Some of them are weird, like Becky Lynch is still like $30 or something weird, but then you can get like the Roman Reigns man bun, things like that. So they're starting to come down in price a little bit, but I'm very excited for this because this is a Persona card that I personally been wanting to get my hands on. And speaking with Big Papa Pump, if you want to take his existing character, Scott Steiner, that you have in 2K24, there is the alt entrance for him that will be the Big Papa Pump entrance motion. But if you listen, you will get exclusive commentary that goes with it that is just for Big Papa Pump, Big Bad Booty Daddy. Now I mentioned locker codes. So you want to get Papa Pump, you want to be able to get him when he comes out, and you want to create a little nest egg there for yourself of all these points that you gather up for all the things. So what you can do is use the following locker codes because it was SummerSlam, and with SummerSlam, 2K dropped a ton of these locker codes that are going to give you a bunch of card packs and give you my faction points. So here you go. The first one is coming with the DLC, the Pat McAfee Show Pack. So if you do go into my faction, you haven't done that because you skipped out on Pat McAfee, you didn't want to do anything with that, you can get this locker code as soon as you open up my faction. It's Pat's Summer Gift 24. It's been there for a little bit, but get your hands on this. You get some extra bonuses in there. Secure the Bag is the other locker code. Summer WWE 2K24 is the next locker code, and followed by WWE 2K at SummerSlam. But pay attention to how it's abbreviated so that you can enter these codes, and you're getting a mixture for all of them between Singlet Supreme card packs, side plates, and the other one is going to be just big chunks of my faction points with all of this. My recommendation, save up on these, get these locker codes while they're still active, save up because there's going to be more Persona cards coming that are kind of exciting if that is your thing. I know my faction is not a big thing for a lot of people, but the Persona cards and saving up all this currency it might be worth your while finally. But the other Persona card that is really cool that is going to be coming out, and I've been waiting to get my hands on as well, we're now going to be able to get Seth Rollins from the Shield downloaded, purchased through my faction. It's a miracle. So it's confirmed by 2K. This is an upcoming event that will take place in just a couple of weeks. You're gonna need this Roman Reigns card that you see on screen in order to do this event. But if you complete this match with that Roman Reigns card, you are going to get the Persona model for Seth Rollins Shield 2014. This is wonderful. This is what we've been waiting for, is for them to do this. And again, with these Persona cards like the Roman Reigns one, or even the card market, if you want to get Batista for the Persona card and you need Randy Orton's card to play the match and do that, they're not that expensive. So the pricing on these is like around $10 if you convert it to be able to get Seth Rollins Shield, which isn't atrocious. It's a lot better certainly than what they were posting earlier when you had Becky and Chad that were like $30, $40 for the cards to be able to get them and get it through the event when you did all the converting. So this is way better. I'm excited for this event to come out in a couple of weeks. Seth was out day one with the game and it's taken this long. So I wish they would hurry up and get these out a lot faster, but this is good. So as I mentioned before, Status was able to find out that Big Papa Pump is going to be coming as a Persona card, but he also did find out recently, a little while ago, but that we got different versions of CM Punk that are found in the 2K files. We don't know for sure what this means, whether they're going to be Persona cards, Persona models, or they're going to be just added into the game itself. Chances are it's some kind of Persona model, let's be honest here, or my faction card that we cannot obtain very very easily. But 3 different versions of CM Punk have been highlighted by Status that he found through the files, and one of the most exciting ones for me is going to be Straight Edge Society CM Punk. I would really love it if they release a Summer of Punk pack or some kind of post DLC. There is a chance, there is an off chance, it's probably my faction, but there is an off chance here they do something like Bad Bunny. CM Punk was one of the most anticipated DLC characters that we were going to get out of all of the packs. I mean, it's debatable for some people, and clearly I'm a mark because I'm wearing CM Punk's t-shirt. But regardless of all of that, CM Punk was highly anticipated in the DLC. He was one of the highlights, and it would make a lot of sense if you're 2K to take advantage of this stuff by, say, October, release a CM Punk pack, fall pack of exclusive DLC with all the different versions of CM Punk that people can get, like these 3 different models of Punk. It would be great to be able to have them in there with their old Titantrons, the theme song that he used to use, The Fire Burns, which was fantastic, and that gives a lot more for people to look forward to when they have this gap between the DLCs, because we're not going to get the other DLC until late September. Then we're waiting all the way till November for the WCW pack. They need something sandwiched in there, and I think they could do something like when they released Bad Bunny, because remember, they did the Bad Bunny DLC, the singular piece of DLC, for $10, and they released that last year, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think they released it around the October window when that came out. And they did this to be able to sell a Bad Bunny version of the game where they put him on the cover and they sold this one individual character as DLC. It was an odd move at the time. It seemed like a real hot shot. And if you bought digitally, then you had a Bad Bunny digital version of the game. But they were releasing that for players, which seemed kind of weird. And I felt like they were testing things out. We might see something very similar with the CM Punk pack. And if you did that and you rebranded WWE 2K24 in October with CM Punk on the cover for people that want to be able to get it for a cheaper price, and maybe they give you a few extra models, a few versions of CM Punk in October, I think that would be a solid move if they did that, but it remains to be seen. Now, speaking of the DLC, we have the September DLC coming up, the Global Stars pack. One of the more anticipated packs because the last pack didn't do anything for anybody. But this new pack is going to be more of the modern superstars, the likes of Carlito, Jade Cargill, and so on. They are all going to be in this Global Superstars pack. One of the things that was cool that was confirmed is that we are going to get Carlito in there with his apple, and you will be able to use that as a weapon in the game. Confirmed by Brian Williams in recent interviews, he did say that the apple is something that you're going to be able to utilize in the game. Carlito can chew on the apple and spit it at his opponent, which is a nice little feature. With the DLC though, there is rumblings of more stuff to come with these final 2 packs that we are going to see. And we're going to get added content in there like Carlito's apple, but even more stuff could be coming. The Pat pack was not good by all accounts for a lot of players, but it did offer us a couple of more moves that were added in there, part of the DLC, which was a good thing. We could be seeing more coming with this. One of the things that we might see around the WCW pack though is the potential of war games. Fall Brawl war games from WCW and getting that arena. It was found in the files online that there was going to be Fall Brawl, a slot for it, but it was taken down. And it would kind of make sense that if 2K was going to give us any type of bonus with the WCW pack, that they could do Fall Brawl and add that in there as an additional War Games arena. It would be perfect timing. And the other reason why it's perfect timing, WWE Survivor Series is in November. The DLC, the WCW Stars pack, is going to release right around that time. Kind of would go hand in hand and be a perfect little bit of advertising and marketing by 2K if you released a retro Fall Brawl War Games arena for players to use right at the time of WWE Survivor Series. Kind of goes hand in hand. It would make all the sense in the world to me, and you could take it one step further, 2K. If you're listening, you're probably not, but it'd be a lot of fun if you went in and you gave players the options to have no cage. 2 rings, no cage, then you could add that in to your universe mode and hopefully it wouldn't break everything. But give us the options for Fall Brawl at Survivor Series. Fantastic addition if they did it. And just no cage. It's what players want. Now, speaking of fixes, there's definitely stuff that people want. Online to be fixed with more stability. Now, it is August and we are after the DLC and we're going to be waiting a while for the next one. So there is still the potential that this month of August that we get 2 patches for the game, something on the small side and a larger one, but that usually goes hand in hand with the DLC. Since we don't have an August DLC, we're going to be waiting for more. So if you guys do get patch updates, they're probably for stuff related to my faction because they'll be on the smaller side, but we can only hope that they will do more fixes for things like bald wrestlers, online stability getting a real good look at, things for universe mode to get more stable and updated in there, and maybe even some additional bonuses for players would go a long way, especially with the drought that players are going to be having when it comes to 2K24 over the next 2 months. It's a long time in gaming land. And of course, with SummerSlam that just passed, we got the return of the original tribal chief Roman Reigns, and as you can see here, we've been showcasing Roman himself with his OTC shirt and his whole new look, and the Roman Reigns exclusive title belt that sold out on WWE shop like within minutes. There was no chance of getting your hands on that thing, and it's going on eBay for like double the price. It's insane. But if you guys want to be able to pick these ones up that we've been highlighting here, the title belt itself is coming from Phenomenal Fiend UK. You can see it with the description here we have on screen, and this is supposed to be just like the title belt that is selling on WWE shop if you want to be able to get your hands on that. And of course, we have Roman Reigns here with the updated gear. There are 2 versions of Roman here, and this is coming in from Don, great creator, longtime supporter of the channel too, so hashtag Donovan Turbay is there, giving you both the Roman Reigns shirt, the t-shirt, but he's also got a secondary attire that's been added here, which is going to be the logo with the sweater, so you're all updated with Roman Reigns. You can go ahead and set this as an in-game alt for Roman Reigns, and you're all set and everything's good. And guys, if you want to talk more 2K24, like things that the community wants to see in terms of fixes and updates, click this video right here and have yourself a great day. See ya.